All right. Hello, everybody. This evening, my stuff here. I don't have a very big project tonight. I had planned on doing, let's show. I had planned on doing the big one. I couldn't do the big one though because the setup that I needed is not set up. So I did not. I want to do this when I have a goodly amount of time, to use my Mennonite friends' wording. That is a Mennonite thing. They say goodly. So, all right, I'm going to get to that probably tomorrow. So I'm very sad because I really want to hang that in my house. I bought the ginormous Grayson board from Chalk Couture specifically to make that particular thing. So I'm not going to be doing that. So sorry. And that's okay. I'm just going to do my little share here, so bear with. Bring my computer down a little bit, make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to go over here. I share it first into my Chalkaholics group. The Chalkaholics group is my closed group where I do different things, and I offer specials and sales, and I'm actually offering some of the projects that I made in on these lives. They are in a special deal. I don't have to keep that closed. I can put that information on this business site, but I wanted to give the opportunity to my Chalkaholics to get in on some of these projects that I make. I want to give it to them first. So if you're interested in any of the cool things that I've made, I have several of them that I'm offering for a great deal, a really great deal. But I can't, but you can only get them first if you're in my group. So if you just ask to be put into that group, I'll send you the information on that, and you can choose to be a part of that or not. And I'm just throwing that out there. So just posting this so that they get the notices. Okay. All right. So I am going to be working with this frame that I've already used, but I want to show you something. I had an idea of something that I saw. I actually have seen this idea in different places, so I want to try it with this particular frame, see where we are. Okay, so, okay, and I'm using a 4th of July or a summer kind of transfer. So I'm getting a little ahead of the game. I know 4th of July isn't for a while, but if you want any of these things, then I need to have them made before then. So there's that. All right, let me just copy and paste this. Oh, people are already here. Who's here? Say hello. I don't bite. I won't call you out. I swear. I swear I won't. All right, and now I need to share it onto my private page so that my pals and my friends can see it. They can come on over if they like. Crazy busy today with the technical stuff in my little business, and my list was so long, but I did get a lot done. I'm very happy that I got a significant amount of my stuffs done. So now I'm just sending out a couple of invitations. You know, that's what I do. You know, I often put that caveat out there. If you do not want to be asked to come to see my little projects that I do, just let me know. I will take you off of my list. I will just simply take you off the list, and I won't send any invitations to you again. And I'm okay with that. I am definitely okay with that. All right, now. Oops, wrong way, sorry. I try to mix it up. I pretty much, I don't really look too much at who I'm inviting because I like to invite a mix-up of people. So, there we go. That's that. Now, what I am going to do is I am going to work with the, okay, that is the new Chalk Couture transfer. I'm just going to close the door because my husband will be up any second. He'll be out of the shower. Just want to let him know that I'm doing this. Okay, so this is the Chalk Couture transfer. And Chalk Couture is our monthly subscription box. It's not really a box, it's an envelope, but it does come with 3 pastes and all the instructions on how to make a really cool project. And this is the one that was for this month. It says Celebrate in Freedom and has really cool pinwheels. So what I wanted to do was, this is the frame that I had the grandchildren words in here, but I took the grandchildren words out. And one of the cool things about Chalk Couture, you could use ink, you could make it permanent on glass. I choose to use chalk because my frames are not going to go anywhere where there's water or wetness or a high amount of humidity. And even high humidity doesn't affect the chalk really at all. But rather than using ink and making it permanent, I use the paste so that is washable. Okay, so this is just the insides of the transfer. Not of the transfer, the insides of the page, of the frame. I'll get it. And these are the pictures of my nieces. All right, so I'm going to take that out. I'm going to move this over here. These are just the pictures. And these are pictures from Christmas cards that I got. And that's a cool thing that you can do with Christmas cards. You can recycle the pictures that are on there, use them for cool stuffs. Okay, so this is the glass for the picture frame. All right, and I want to put a scene on there with these words and with the pinwheels that came on here. That would be cool. So, alrighty, there we go. The transfers always come in a little envelope like this. The instructions are on the back on how to use the transfers and how to take care of them and how to clean them. All right, so there's that. And let's see. I'm thinking that Facebook is mad with me because I used some words the other day. For 2 days in a row, I used some words that Facebook is not a fan of. So we'll have to see what Facebook is going to do about that. So, all right, I got to get through this and move that away. La, 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 la. All righty. So I thought that I shared this here. Did I share it to my page again? What did I do? Sometimes I just do the weirdest things. All right, so I am going to need a fuzzing towel for this because you know that the smoother the surface, the more you need to fuzz your transfers so that they don't stick so, adhere so strongly to the surface that you're working on. I wonder if that's what I did. And so you really want to make sure that you fuzz it a lot in order to make sure that it's not going to stick too hard onto your surface. Now, where, okay, there it is. All right. So I'm just trying to figure out, I thought that I shared this to my personal page, but it's not there. Now look at that. I don't know why. I don't know where it went. I see my post of the Jonas Brothers. Jonas Brothers. Yes, that is what I did. I shared it onto my regular business page. How funny is that? Oops. All right. Oh, I didn't change it to me. That's why. When you are working with your Facebook business page, if you want to share things not to your page, if you want to share something to your personal Facebook page, you have to change who you are posting as. That's what it is. And I forget to do that a lot. I probably shared 2 videos this week to my page when I was on my page. That's good. Hi, Kat. Hi, Cody. So there's that. Alrighty. And give me 1 second. 1 second, 1 second. Nothing. So I left my scissor in the other room. I've had this battle of the scissor. How can I have 1 scissor in my house? Please explain that to me. I have 1 scissor, that's my kitchen scissor. And I had a bunch of scissors and they're gone. I don't know what happened. Okay, so here I'm just going to put a bee on the back of these. I'm going to put a B on the back of this. And what I'm going to do is, because I do not have extra backing sheets. They've been out of stock for a while. And so I don't have any to put my little pieces on. So what I'm going to show you is a little trick. It's not a huge trick, but it is an interesting way to store your transfers, to cut your transfers if you don't have the extra backing sheets. So the purpose of the extra backing sheets is when you have all these little pieces and you cut the paper, you have to then assign these all back onto the little bits. But when you have a backing sheet, an extra backing sheet, you can cut the transfer while it is on the backing sheet, throw the little bits away, and then use a new backing sheet all in one piece. But they were out of stock because everybody else got that good idea and they ran out of them. Okay, so now this transfer has a much stronger odor. It's not a bad odor. It's just the smell of the transfer. It's a little plasticky. And that just means that these were recently made. And so the adhesive on this is going to be a little bit stronger than a more cured transfer. So that's just a little bit of info that I wasn't aware of for a while. And I couldn't understand why it was super, super sticky. And that was just because it needed to sit out a little bit, or just be treated with a little more care. So I'm just going to make sure that I fuzz this a lot. So rather than cutting this, what you can do is, if you open a transfer and if it has a stronger smell, just let it sit out for a little bit before you start working with it. I should have checked this one first. It doesn't often happen, but if that ever does happen, keep that in mind. Okay, so rather than cutting this on the backing sheet, I am simply putting it on a towel, which is going to fuzz it and also keep it a little bit still so that I can cut the little sections out without cutting my backing sheet. So that's kind of like a little thing that I can do so that I don't have all these little bits and pieces everywhere. Because it can get a little crazy, because some of the pieces you've seen that I use, some of the pieces are rather small. I want to make sure that I pull it off there. So it just makes it a little bit easier for me. All right. How you doing, Kat? Are you still sticking around? How are you feeling? I'm hoping that you're feeling better. I saw you had a birthday the other day. Did you have a happy birthday? If that's Kat that's still around. And if it's Cody, guess what? Cody, it rained today. I know that's probably shocking to you. We're just so not used to the rain around here in northeastern Pennsylvania. It's almost like we'd be expecting a drought. Can you note the sarcasm? I'm being a little bit sarcastic, just a bit. Okay, so another thing to know that with transfers that might have that strong smell, the opposite can also be true. As opposed to it being super, super sticky, you might find that the adhesive is not as strong as with, say, a transfer that has sat a little bit longer. And even though it doesn't feel as sticky, I'm still getting plenty of uses out of the transfers as long as I wash them and use the Lysol wipe on it right away. So I wouldn't leave these sitting in water. Okay, so now, because I would want to wash them right away to make sure that I just am able to get as much use out of the transfer as I can. Yeah, you do need to be careful when you're cutting them like this, obviously, especially when they're new and super tacky, super sticky. You don't want it folding in on itself. So it's not like it's a super skill to do, but you just want to be sure you pay attention to the transfer not folding in on itself. All right. And you know, when the transfer, if that happens, don't freak out. Okay, don't rush and put it in water. Don't go to yank it apart. All you have to do is put it in cold, cold water and take your time to work it apart. And you really, if you take your time, if you're patient, it should work out fine. Okay, so that's what I did. I cut all of my, hello, somebody else who's here. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I just see a number here. So I'm just putting this here just to show you. This is what I mean by putting it on back on your backing sheet. So now I have not cut the transfer. So I can just put it right back onto this little page, the little backing sheet, not have to worry about it. See, ta-da, there we go. Okay, so now I just need to think for a second before I start making my pinwheels. There's no number on here. And it doesn't happen a lot, but every once in a while, there's not proper numbers on here, and I have to figure it out ahead of time. I know the dot's going to go in the center, and I think I do this one first, and then I aligned the little shapes to go off of that. All right, so I think that's going to work. I think that's the way it is. All right, and I'm going to put it on this glass, and then I'm going to do something cool with it. Hopefully the cool thing will work. There's my candy apple red, and I need my Liberty blue. All right, candy apple red, Liberty blue. I want white, and I want, oh, is that an unopened white? Let's see. Yeah, that's an unopened white. I don't need a new white. I know I have another one here. There it is. Okay. And I need white, red, white, and blue. How very festive. And I also want black, because I might do the words in black. We'll have to see. I'm not really quite sure. Okay, so here are my colors. Now, like I said, I have been taking, oh, I didn't take good care of that one. I had been taking good care of my base, trying to spray them down before, oh, that one was open. Look at that. I stuck my finger right in it. Yikes. That one was, it wasn't open, it was very loose, very full. And I had it on its side, and my finger got stuck right inside of it. So I'm just gonna clean that off my finger. All right. Once I dropped, look, it's all, now it looks like I have a bloody finger now. It's all good. Once I dropped a jar of that red paste, and it looked like a scene from Game of Thrones. It was a hot red mess. It really was. All right, I just want to get this off so that I don't make a mess with when I'm on my project. All right, so it does clean right off. It's stuck up in my fingernail, but you guys know that I don't have dirty hands. Okay, back to the red, white, and blue. There we are. Okay, red, white, and blue. All right. Getting my stir sticks. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't usually have them all open like this, but I don't know how I'm going to configure my colors. And so here I'm just stirring this up. That one did not get a spray the last time I used it. And so you can see that it's built up on the side, and I definitely have some chalk boogers going on there. Absolutely have some chalk boogers going on there. So now they're all stirred up. Okay. And so I was saying before that when you use the words that Facebook does not like you to use, they get very, very, very annoying, and they get annoyed by your behavior. And so what will happen is I notice that if I use the words or put links into my comments, then the next time I do a live, not a lot of people get to see it. Not a lot of people show up. And it's more because Facebook is not showing my live to anybody. So it's not showing up in people's feed, even though I have almost 300 followers. Facebook is not showing it to people because it's like I'm being punished for, like, I'm being put in the baby corner. Nobody puts Donna in the corner except for Facebook because they own me. So I procured my .com address. So it is DonnaO'Shaughnessy.com. So excited about that. To finally get my finally get my website up and running. All right, so I have that, and I have the black sitting here for when I'm ready to need that. Okay, so what am I going to do first? I want to do the pinwheel, so that I'm glad that it's giving us 2 different sizes. That's kind of cool. And of course, I'm going to fuzz it, because I want to make sure that it doesn't stick. And I like that it's 2 different sizes. Sure, they could have given me one that I could adjust myself, but it's kind of nice that they gave me 2 different sizes here. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting this on here. For those of you who are stopping by or have not seen this, if I'm just showing up in your feed or you found me on YouTube or somewhere, I am working with Chalk Couture, a company that has developed silkscreen adhesive back transfers that are washable and reusable with washable pastes that dry to a hard finish, but will wash off of most surfaces, so you can reuse the surface as well as the transfers, which is kind of cool. And we have ink that works on, that will work on what? I want to make sure I have enough room. Works on fabric and glass like this. If I would use the ink and then heat this, it would heat set it and it would become permanent. And that's kind of cool. Now, I just want to see to make sure I have it straight. It doesn't really have to be exactly straight, but I think I'm going to turn it this way. And then I can get a better look at it being straight. And I'm not going all the way to the bottom because the picture frame has that little edge. So I want to have it about that much off the edge. It's that little edge, and so the glass is going to be covered by that. All right, so probably can go down a little bit more. All righty. So there's one. And now I want to make sure that I'm giving it plenty of room. That's not exactly where it needs to be, but I don't want to put this so close to there. I want to give it a nice space between the 2 of them. And I also want to make sure that my pinwheel is going to fit up here. And it does. Okay, I'm going to put that here. Alrighty, so those 2. All right, now what do I want to use? What color should I use for the little sticks that would be holding the pinwheels? I want those to be red, white, and blue. So, you know what? I think I'm just going to use black. I think black is going to look good. All right. I know it's not like rocket science here, but I want to make sure that I'm choosing the good colors. All right. Oops, there it is. Okay. What is this called? Hi, Cat. Multi-tool. So I'm going to use the multi-tool to do this. Okay, wait, you know what? I just realized I also want to put the words on here. Wait a minute. I was going to put the word celebrate. Okay, so before I do those, let's see. I think maybe if I do the pinwheels and I put this across here or put it across the bottom, I think we'll be good. All right, not going to use the black now because now I want the word to be in black. Now I'm going to choose another fun summer color. Why am I stuck on this color? Weird, right? It's probably not a big deal. I'm going to choose, where am I? I'm going to choose yellow. I think that yellow is going to look nice. Oh, I don't want that one. I want this one. All right. I think yellow is going to work well. How you doing tonight, Kat? Everything going all right by you? Where are you located, Kat? I don't remember. Sorry. I should remember these things, but I don't. I barely remember where I live. So there's that. Okay. I know that Cody is in this area, and I don't know who the third person is. The third person is the mystery person that shows up. I decided to use yellow for my sticks. Just the little sticks that are going to hold my pinwheels up nicely. All right. Now, there's not a lot of leeway there on the edge of this transfer, so I just want to be careful not to go over. It would be super easy to clean it off because the paste comes off nice and easily from the glass, but I'd rather not. All right, just scraping off the rest there. All right, pull this one off. And the reason I did that too is because I don't want to have to wash these in between. So I didn't want a lot of paste buildup in there. Now I know you can't really see them, but I think when the project is done, we're going to be able to see them just fine. You can see that the transfer curled because it's on a very smooth surface. And when it curls, don't freak out. It's not used. It's not ruined, rather. It just means that after you wash it, hi Jessica, thank you for stopping by, hon. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Here and there, all right? So when you are working with a smooth surface, sometimes when you pull the transfer off, it stretches a little bit more. As long as you're gentle with it and you wash it and you put it on its backing and then put a book on it or put it in a book even, then at that point, once it's dry, it's no longer going to be curled. Now, it can be that if you did not fuzz it enough and it pulled, not just because the surface is smooth, but because you didn't fuzz it enough, that could then cause a problem with your transfer, and you don't want that to happen. So, you know, just fuzz it, fuzz it, fuzz it. All right, I'm not being too meticulous with the spaces in between. It's okay. Boop, pass that down. Okay. And so I kind of like the idea of the yellow. This yellow is a little bit thick. When the paste is thick, you'll see that happen. It kind of like started to crumble, ball a little bit when I'm pulling it down. And that's because the paste is just a little bit too thick. I thought I could get away with it because it's such a small space that I'm pasting, but apparently not. That's all right though. It's okay. And then pull this one off. Okay, curling up there for me. I'm just gonna put that there. Like it. And one more small one. I think I can get one more out of here. I definitely can. I'll put this one about here. I think they're pretty reasonably evenly spaced. I want to get a smaller squeegee so that I'm not so concerned with going off the edge there. Okay. See my squeegee? This is just a mini squeegee that I cut. Nothing big there. You can cut the squeegees down to any kind of size that will work best for the project that you're using. And that's why I suggest, if you're into chalking, I suggest buying the 12-pack of minis. You can pick those up. They're like $2 per squeegee, per mini squeegee, and it's in a bag of 12, so it's $24, which at first sounds like, wow, 24 bucks just for squeegees. But if you are planning on getting into Chalk Couture, it's just a matter of convenience. It is not a necessity. It is not something that you must have to do Chalk Couture. But you see, when I have my tub of squeegees, how convenient it is for me to just reach over there and grab one and not have to worry about always washing my squeegees off. Okay, can you see that? I think you can see the yellow line. I think the yellow line is working well. I have paste all over my fingers, of course. Occupational hazard. And my finger looks all bloody there. It's not blood, I swear. It's the red paste. Okay, so now this transfer, this is the first part of the pinwheel. This is going to be one color, and I'm going to make that color, I'm going to make the pinwheel, I have red, blue, red, blue, red. Okay, so red, the short ones are red, the tall ones are blue. All right, I'm going to do the red ones first. And I've not worked with this transfer before, so that's dry. I'm not exactly sure where I need to put it. I'm thinking there is going to work. Because I didn't look up to see how that works. So I'm thinking if I put that one there and then this one goes alternate on it. Let's see if Donna's right. What do you think? Does that look good? We'll see. We'll see. I can't believe that my son is leaving for camp on Sunday for the summer already. Now, my son is 20, almost 21, and yes, he is going to camp, but he works at camp. He works at the local Boy Scout camp. He has been working at this camp since he was 14, and he'll be 21. He has a great relationship with the camp directors there. All right, I realized that I forgot to fuzz that. That's not good. Okay, then this one goes here. I'm going to put a little fuzz on it here just in case that matters. It doesn't look like it mattered, but yeah, I don't really think it mattered. Now, these do have guidelines on them. I'm going to do one. Okay, it's pretty much the same, and I'll do the guidelines up there so you can see them. And the guide dots, they're not guidelines, they're guided dots. And it's just like a little opening that Chalk Couture puts on the corners of the transfers that when there are double layers, when they've created transfers that are going one on top of the other. And the guidelines you can put onto surfaces that you know it will wash off of. So those little guidelines there will wash off once I have them. Oops, I can't see through there. Once I have the second layer put on there. All right, so I'm going to use a clean squeegee just to press that down to make sure before I go ahead and put my paste on there. So my husband is off this weekend, and our plans are to go to a really cool festival that we have in our town called the Roots and Rhythms Festival in Honesdale, Pennsylvania. And they have free music in the park, and our little park is called Central Park. And they have vendors, and I was going to do the vendor there with Chalk Couture, but I just wanted to have fun this weekend. I could have done it. One of the designers that's under me, she offered to get me the information, and I kind of decided not to. It was very, very tempting to do it because I love doing my Chalk Couture. Hi, Karen. How are you today? Working on a little 4th of July pinwheel action going on here. And I'm just going to get another one of these wipes, and I'm going to clean off my transfer here because I want to do the other ones in blue. Now I'm just going to lift up this white one. It probably is not going to matter in about, I don't know, a few days that I want to keep the white one clean because I want to, I bought new ones because mine were getting a little bit gamey. And so this is just my fast way of cleaning off a transfer. I sprayed a little water on it, I put it on a towel, and then I wipe it off this way. And it becomes clean enough where I can use another color. I could wash it in a tub of water, but then that just takes longer for it to dry, and I want to be able to move on with my project. So there's that. And if you're stopping by, again, if you're stopping by watching it now or watching the replay, if you give me some thumbs ups and likes, I had a lisp there for a second. I don't know why. Look, that's going to come right through. I don't know what I was trying to save. Thumbs ups and likes and comments, you know, it helps little businesses like mine to be seen in the Facebook world. You want to send it off into the world for your friends to maybe take a look at something they might find interesting. I would appreciate that too. Okay, so now I'm just fuzzing this again because I'm going to do the blue pinwheels. All right. And I have my little guide marks there. I'm going to put that here. When you're working, oh, when you're working with on the glass on a smooth surface like this, it really does dry rather quickly. Is that good? I guess that's good. Like I said, I've not really worked with this transfer yet because it just came in the mail. And oftentimes I'll look online just to make sure. And I know that there are videos. When you are part of the Chalk Couture Club, you get access to the monthly video that shows you how to work with this monthly transfer. And for 20 bucks a month, it's a pretty sweet deal because shipping is free. And did I just do that red? Oh my gosh, that's what I get for talking. Ay, Dios mío. Okay, so this is good. I'll be able to fix my mistake. Okay, I don't want them all to be red. This is good because then you'll be able to see how easy it is to fix a problem. And this is what happens when certain people who will go unnamed, when certain people talk and work at the same time. This is what happens. You end up with a red pinwheel when you really wanted a blue one. Okay, so that's all cleaned off. That's fine. Looks like a bloodbath there. All right, I'm going to let that, swipe that with my disinfectant wipe. All right, I'm going to let that sit there. And then I'm just going to take this and I'm going to wash that off because that is not what I wanted there. I wanted a blue one there. See how easy that washes off there? Okay. Super easy. Alrighty. I'm going to clean that off better. Don't worry. I'm sure you were worried. I'm sure that that's keeping you up at night. So who else is here? I see little eyeballs watching. If you are stopping by because I showed up in your feed, say hello. How do you do? I'm glad you're here. So I'm just chalking, messing with my Chalk Couture. All right. Okay. So that's nice and cleaned off. See how easy that was? I made the mistake and it's super easy. And now it's taken care of. I'm not going to worry about that little dot of red because I'm going to cover it with blue. So there's that. All right. Let's try this again with Donna paying attention to what she's doing. I want to put a little bit of fuzz on the back of that to make sure it doesn't overstick. All right. See how easy that was to fix? It's awesome. I love it. And so I'm just lining it up with that little, with the little holder, the little stick. And I'm going for the red now. Wouldn't it be funny if I called the blue red? That's so funny. I need to get out more. All right. So with the guidelines, it's going to show me exactly where the layer on top, the second layer, needs to be. Look how cool that is. So cool. And I don't really have to wash it off because you can see that there's no paste dried inside of the transfer. You would not want to reuse it if you looked inside the transfer and you saw that there was some paste buildup. Then you would have to wash it again, because then what would happen is you would go to swipe your paste and your paste would not either would not stick in that area, or it would be part of the clogged where it's stuck, and when you peel it off, it will peel the paste off with it. So we want to avoid that. All right. So now there's that. Peel this off. And the first part of our pinwheels is done. Look how cute that is. Don't have my bucket of water is way over to the side. That's okay. I have my wipes. All right, you know what? Let me just get my tub. Ow! I'm just getting my tub of water. All right, so very much looking forward to the husband having a weekend off. He works hard. He works every fifth Saturday, every other once the first Saturday of the month, and then if there's a 5th Saturday, he has to work. So his work is seasonal, and he works more in the summertime. And so when he is able to come home early during the week, it's cool. And when he's off on Saturdays, we try to do something fun, something local. Where we live is a very touristy area, so we often have things going on. Okay, so that's looking good. I'm going to put the light on for you guys to see it a little bit better. Is that Franny? Hi, Franny. Are you still here? I didn't see you. My Facebook is so weird. It doesn't let me see the very latest comment that people make. I don't know why. Like, there's this bar across my thing, and I can't quite figure out how to get rid of it. I just turned on my phone light. My phone light gives you guys a good look. Okay, so I have 3 different coverings. And I have, oh no, how am I going to do this? All right, so I'm going to choose. I don't need to do the plaid. I'm going to do the other ones. The lack of that being an even Steven thing would make me crazy. So if I can't do every other one in an even pattern, it's just not happening. So this is dry. I did not put, oh, fuzz my transfer. I did not put the guidelines on this one. I'm not going to lie. I didn't notice that I needed to do them. My bad. That was on me. I talk a lot. I get distracted. Don't see the details. Is it 10:30 already? That's crazy. It's 10:30. Okay, so I want to see. I lined these up. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I'm lining it up the way that I should be. Oh, did I do that one crooked? I think I did that one crooked. Let's see. I'll line this up again with the blue dots there. Yeah, I put this one on wrong. That's going to be bothersome. All right, I'm going to do this one first, and I'll probably wash that other one off. Because I did not pay attention. Okay. All right, so now that's blue. So now I'm going to do red. All right, make sure I have my colors in order here. This one is blue. So I'm going to do the red, and this has little stars on it. And I don't need to do the guide marks this time because I've already done this first layer. I mean, I've already done the second layer. I don't need that. I don't need to. I'm going to actually wash the little marks off of it. Okay, so. Oh my gosh, look how cute that is. That is like stinking adorable, right? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so I'm going to do this one to match. We'll do the blue ones in one pattern, and then I feel like it needs some fuzz on it. Okay. My fingers. You see, I got it dirty already. I don't know why I was trying to keep it clean. I don't know why. I don't know why. But that blue is there. Here we go. All right. I'm tapping that down. It doesn't need to be pressed down too hard because the adhesive really is strong enough that once it touches the surface, it really does hold it down pretty securely. How are those looking, guys? What do you think? I see people there. Everybody's being shy tonight. That's okay. But if you see it and you think it's cool, let me know what you think. Awesome sauce. I like the way this is looking. And I'm hoping that the way I'm going to set it up in the frame is going to be cool. Oh, that was so cute. Okay, putting that in the water right next to me now. I moved my water closer to me. Okay, so now let me take this one and see It's just a little bit off. And I'm concerned that it's going to make me crazy. But I'm also concerned that I'm making a big thing out of nothing and I need to just let it go because it's probably off by like a 1/16 of an inch. All right, so I'm going to do this one first. And I'm going to do the overlay in blue so that it's like alternating there. And it lines up really nicely. Did you see I almost put the blue paste in the red? What is with my inability to do alternating? You got me. Alrighty. There's that. That is just darling. It is just darling. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. All right. So, I can't believe that, oh, can't believe I picked up the red again. School ends here on Friday, I think. But in New York City, it doesn't end until the 26th. They had a lot of snow days last year. Ice, actually. They had more issues with ice, at least where my sister was on Long Island. Tell me that this is not like the cutest thing. If you think that this is cute, just type the word cute, just so that I can see that you think that this is so cute. Okay, so here's my dilemma. I put this on. It's a little bit cockeyed. Do I make a big thing out of it or do I just let it go? Clearly, I'm going to just let it go. I have to move on. I hope I did that right. I don't want to sit here in silence, but then I get distracted and I do it wrong. Alrighty then, here we go. I'm okay with how that looks. I'm okay. What do you think? Give me some thumbs up. Give me some sort of indication that you're out there. Just so I know someone's out there. Somewhere out there. All right. Okay. Now, I want to go ahead and take the little marks off. Now, that got a little smudged. No, that was my towel underneath. I thought it got smudged. I'll show you what I use sometimes. There's a couple of different ways that you can take the markings off. All right, I'm going to put this, I'm not going to use the yellow anymore because I think I want to do the words in black because I think the words in black are going to look very, very cool. All right, so I want to cover the yellow. I'm done with these. All right, and once your markings are dry, I didn't use any white. I probably could have done the sticks in white, but I kind of like the way the yellow works. Now I realize that I probably should have done it in white because I have red, white, yellow, and black. So I think I'll do the word in white instead because I think white's going to show up as well. Okay, this is like one of those Pampered Chef scrapers. Look how cool this works. Takes it right off, right? Pulls it right off. Now you see how easy this comes off. So the next time when I want to use this frame for another project, I can just scratch off all of the project that I did, all right? And I can just reuse the glass completely. Okay, there we go. Now the little bits and pieces are off. And my glass is all cleaned, kind of, sort of. Getting little crumbs off. Okay, but you can see that it's on. Like if I rub this, it's not going to come off. It's very, very cool. Hi, Vicky. How are you? Nope, let it go. Franny, I need to let it go. I know. Let it go. Let it go. But I'm bothered that I did these in yellow and I should have done them in white. But we'll see what happens with the word. Okay. How are you tonight, Miss Vicky? Isn't this the cutest one? Oh my gosh. I really like it. I think when I pulled that pinwheel one off, I thought, oh my gosh, that is so stinking cute. Very cute. That got smudged right there. I didn't even notice. Look at that. I smudged it. It's okay. That's all right. Letting it go, letting it go. All right, so do I want to put celebrate here? No, I think I want the word down here. That's where I had planned to put it. Make sure that's dry. That's dry. Okay. I'm just going to put the celebrate down here. I believe that it's going to fit. I believe. You guys familiar with the Book of Mormon? It's a play. Not exactly a huge fan of the writers, but it was a very interesting play. Anyways, the song I Believe reminded me of that. There's also another good song called I Believe. There's several songs called I Believe. All right, so I'm putting white here, so it can be red, white, and blue, and yellow. I don't know what I was thinking, but it's okay. What does Bob Ross say? It's my own little world. If I want the pinwheels to be yellow, they can. Yellow is a fun summer color. So there's that. Although what I might do with this white, ooh, I might shadow the white. How cool would that be? Yep, I'm probably going to shadow the white, and then you'll see what I mean by shadowing. All right, take this off. And oh, that's so cool. Love it. Just concerned that Celebrate is so far down that it's going to be blocked, a little bit obscured. Is it a beautiful night in Iowa? I've never been to Iowa. I have never been that. Well, I'm not, okay, my geography skills are limited at best. So, Iowa, I know, is kind of in the middle of our country. And I have been as far west as Missouri. So, as far as Missouri goes, how far are you from Missouri? It's so sad. My husband will say, you homeschooled your kids for 24 years. How do you not know that? I was like, because I had to teach it. I didn't have to know it. They had to know it. How's that for logic, okay? It is raining here in Pennsylvania, which doesn't shock anybody who actually lives in Pennsylvania. It has been the rainiest season on the planet. Okay, so do I want to put the word freedom? I'm not sure. It was rainy, and yesterday it was so rainy and cool that I literally had to put the heat on in June. My son, his room is in the basement, and he's got a heating vent into his basement, but it was so cold and damp, and was that yesterday or Monday? I don't remember what day that was. My days are melting into one another. I don't know if I want to put this word here. I think that this word is going to obscure it. I don't think it's necessary. This is Donna being being in control. I am the queen of over embellishing, because I am the Brooklyn 80s chickie girl who wants to put like lights and bling on everything. Oh, I should make a t-shirt that says that. You know how we have boots and bling, it's a cowgirl thing? I need to have something for Brooklyn instead. Like, you know, it's a Brooklyn thing. Lights and bling, it's a Brooklyn thing. There we go. So this is the little dot that goes in the center, and I'm going to do that white. I'm thinking because that will just take care of my lack of foresight in the colors of my country and using red, white, and blue. No, I choose red, white, and yellow because, well, it's my own world and I can do that. Bob Ross told me so. We have the same last name. My maiden name is Ross, so I'm going with what Bob says. It's my own little world. Own little world. This is going to look so nice sitting on my little side table. My little side table. That's where I put my Mom Boss. I loved my Mom Boss shadow box. It had lights in it. It was blingy. Blingy. See, even when I say the word blingy, I sound so New York. It was blingy. Did you ever see the show Friends? Not quite as bad as Janice. When I'm tired, I get a little bit more. I start sounding like Cher in Moonstruck or something. Best movie on the planet. Moonstruck and My Cousin Vinny. I actually had a question on my page today about movies that you've watched 5 times or more. And Moonstruck and My Cousin Vinny came up more than once. Okay, it did. All right, so there's that. I'm going to put my little dot away. Look how cute that is. But like I said, I am going to do Celebrate in a shadow. And when you shadow something, it really does make it pop, as my husband likes to say. A pop of color. All right, I'm going to use my blow dryer real quick. Take the word Celebrate. And what color am I going to use? I think I'm going to use black. I think black is going to look good because now that I have the white dot in there, I'm not married to the white here. And so I'm going to shadow this bad boy with black. All right. Here we go. You are 30 minutes from Missouri. Is that what is that what that means when you said 30 minutes, Vicki? Really? We have friends, my dear friends. He's the pastor that married us. Good friends of ours. They live, well, we visited them in a tiny little town called Festus, Missouri. And then we traveled to Springfield to go to a large, a Bass Pro Shop. This was a long time. It was like 20-something years ago. And Bass Pro Shop was not anywhere near us in Brooklyn. And my husband was dying to go to a giant Bass Pro Shop. So that's what we did. And then we went to St. Louis and we went to the zoo. And I got to see the first Monet I got to see in real life. And I was just flabbergasted. Did you know that Monet's water lilies are ginormous? They are so big. Okay, so this is how you make a shadow. You take your transfer and you line it up. Look how cool it is that when it makes I'm like a cat. See, look how pretty. It's the shadow makes it see. Whatever, I'll stop. I'm like the dog from Up. Squirrel. All right. So what you want to do is you want to line it up pretty much to where it's exactly lined up. And then you're just going to move it a little bit to one direction or the other. All right. So you can choose. It can be left or right, but you're just going to move it a little bit askew. Just a tiny bit. Okay. So it looks all cockamamie in there. My Yiddish is coming out. It looks a little more, it looks a little fokakta. And that is a Yiddish word that just means it's off a little bit. It's a little fokakta. All right. I'm going to take black. And trust me, this is going to look very cool. Very cool indeed. So tomorrow I'm going to be working on the big 4th of July. The big one. 18 by 24. I wanted to do that tonight, but I couldn't get the setup together in time, or I'd be doing this at like midnight. And in order for me to get my 30 days straight of doing lives in, I needed to do it before midnight. So I don't have to be finished before midnight. I have to have started before midnight. And you people know that I have actually, I should have done yellow. Oh, maybe. All right, well, I'm using the black. I didn't look up fast enough. Sorry. Hopefully the black will look good. Are we ready? Drum roll. Let's see. Oh, but I do like the way that looks. Look how nice that is. I love, love, love it. Loving it. Loving it. The yellow would look nice, though. The yellow really would look nice. I had a guest at one of the workshops, and she did yellow and black with Enjoy the Journey and her bicycle, and it was gorgeous. It was really, really nice. Now the Celebrate really pops as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the frame, all right? But I'm seeing this particular style everywhere, and they're super expensive. I've seen them in Anthropologie. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Anthropologie or West Elm, Magnolia. These are just like these really cool trendy places in which I look at their stuff and I find ways to copy it, because I think it was Anthropology last year for Christmas was selling 3 sticks of wood. Vicky, whoever's here, Vicky, Cody, who's here? I see Vicky and Cody. Is Franny still here? Donna is here. Okay, so this is what I hear. 3 sticks about this big from a white birch tree that they tied around with twine, and it was like $48. And the crazy thing is, they sold out of them. They sold out of them. I couldn't believe it. 3 little sticks. Vicky, we could go into business and just tie some sticks together, and you know, it's crazy. All right, but this is what I'm seeing in places. So this is the frame, all right? And of course, I'm going to take my little project and drop it in here. You know that I am concerned that the bottom part of this word is not going to show as nicely as I was hoping, because I didn't pay enough attention to have it further up on the glass. We'll see. All right. Now, normally you would take the inserts and put the inserts in here, right? But what I'm seeing is that there are these things called floating shelves. And basically it's 2 pieces of glass, and you put a picture or flowers or something in between the 2 pieces of glass, and then you just hang it like that. But instead, oh gosh, look at how cute that is. That is so, so cute. The little C is, the C is a little bit too far down. That's a little sad to me. But look how cute that is. I'm going to take the camera down so you guys can see it standing up and see how unbelievably cute it is. Maybe if I have something darker. Oh, where's my blackboard? I have my blackboard here. Just going to get my blackboard. One second. Okay. All right. Of course, I picked the largest blackboard that I have. This is our 18-inch black circle, which I love. Can you see it any better that way? I don't know. Maybe not. All right, I'm going to take the camera down so you can see it. I think that's the best way, because I'm actually done. Thank you guys so much for sticking by and stopping by and saying hello. If you like what you saw and you want to get into my little closed group, please just let me know. Put in there, add me or closed or whatever. Put that in the responses below. If you want some information about this company, maybe as a business for yourself, it's an amazing business, amazing company to work for. All right, let's see if that gives you a good look. Can you see how cool that is? I'm going to sit it by the green over here, and you can really see. Look how cute that is. That is so stinking cute. Oh, I love that. I'm so happy. Can I put lights on it? Just kidding. Maybe I can put some glitter on it. I can glitter the dots. All right, stepping away from the glitter. Okay, so, and if you want information about the company as a business, just let me know, more info, and I can get that for you. I'll be back here tomorrow, maybe around the same time, maybe a little earlier, so I can get my big old project done. And you all have a fantastic rest of the evening wherever you are.